Labor isn't the same, and food products are the same, and costs of doing business are rising. Operating at a 3 Michelin star level is just not sustainable anymore.
You're known for your food truck, but you just opened your first location.
What really set us apart was not only being a pancake food truck, but also we were the first restaurant food truck establishment in the country to do savory pancakes. I remember in 2008 when the market crashed and a lot of older money kind of faded away. Burgers got really popular. People stopped going out to eat at fine dining restaurants because they couldn't afford to go out to eat because they just lost a ton of money. That was the start of food trucks. And that was the start of the burger craze. Yeah, I think convenience is driving commerce right now. The more convenience you can give to the consumer, the more they're going to take it. People value their time. Time is extremely valuable.
I think we're trying very hard to replicate something. If you don't want to eat meat, I think you just don't eat meat.
If I was a vegetarian or a vegan and I didn't want to eat meat or dairy, I wouldn't go after things that tasted like meat or dairy. The thing that I love about gastronomy, it's always evolving. And like, you could study food your entire life, and as soon as you think you've learned all of it, you're gonna be like, whoa, I've never heard of that.
That's very untraditional of you.
They would just say, no, you don't have it.
Yeah. Or maybe.
Oh, lame. They'll put that plate on the menu and it's like 30-40% more expensive than the other one. Are people really gonna spend that? You know, we have said for a long time that if we could get out of the restaurant industry, really push this and start making some serious money, that we would.
Welcome.
Welcome you. Welcome to Off the Menu. I'm Joaquin Ortiz.
And I'm Henrik Tell.
And we're the owners of Jealous Fork in Miami, Florida, one of the top restaurants in the country. And we're going to do a little podcast action.
Yeah. First time for me.
I'm not going to give you my number.
All right. Today's topic is anything food trucks.
No, food trend. We're past that
food.
topic. Thank God.
We got AC, so we're happy about that.
Food trends in 2024.
2024.
And our crew is going to give us some stuff to talk about. We don't know exactly what it is, but they've compiled a bunch of fun topics, and we're going to...
Surprises.
Yeah, we're going to see how it goes.
All right.
All right.
I think we're ready.
Let's go.
Okay.
That's the first image.
All right. Is it 2 images?
What is this?
Oh,
first image is.
Okay.
Oh, the first image of the two on this, the top image.
Okay.
Okay. What are we supposed to say about that image?
Do we show it?
Are you gonna put it in post? Are you gonna put it up here? Okay.
All right.
Oh, we're just supposed to make a comment on this image.
What do you think? Like, what do you think it is? What do you think?
Okay, so I guess it's robots, AI. The trend of automating the industry, I guess.
Exactly.
What is wrong with
I don't know.
hands?
The food here, the food looks horrible.
Show it to the camera.
To me,
Oh, we need to show it. You're not gonna put it up?
that looks like C-3PO's distant cousin from like a ghetto planet.
Dude, and he has like what
told
is
you.
that?
It's a pretzel, I think. All right, no.
See-through.
What are we supposed? What's happening here? What are you really supposed to say here?
So this subtopic, or what we're talking about, is AI and food. So Henry got it right.
AI and food. So
Oh,
you're the
the-
smart one.
Okay. So now I get like this 1-0, right?
Oh, it's like that. Then hey, you can throw a competition into it. I'm gonna get on it here.
So Henrik, I guess this is a game or whatever. I guess we can make it a game. But what's happening is that there's a lot of AI integration into fast food, the increased daily usage of ChatGPT to change like ingredients, lifestyle, ordering restaurant quality food through vending machines, and Instacart. What do you guys think about that?
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like you have a lot to say about this, so you can.
I need to. Yeah. I think convenience is driving. Yeah, I think convenience is driving commerce right now, and it's only a matter of time, and it's already here. Where the more convenience you can give to the consumer, the more they're going to take it. People value their time. Time is extremely valuable, and when you're telling someone like, I could save you a half an hour on your wings, you know, but I'm going to charge you 20 or 30% more to bring those wings to you. I think people are seeing that savior in time and extra expenditure in money is a plus for them in their lives. I don't know what AI has to do with it, but maybe you can talk on AI.
Yeah, I don't know how much AI is in restaurants yet, but there's definitely some people playing with robots. Whether that's the way to go, efficiency. You know, it's a big topic. You can talk about labor costs. You can talk about food costs, and I don't know if we're gonna go down the rabbit hole of it, but
A robot will never call in sick or come in late.
That's
So
true.
That's a huge plus. Nothing against any of our employees, but like,
yeah. So I don't know. I've seen one waiter robot in my life.
yeah, on the Sergio's, right?
Sergio's, yeah. That's here in Miami, for those who don't know. And yeah, I guess, I don't know how efficient it is. I think it costs like $10,000, so it takes a little time to recoup, but I don't know. Takes away like the personal feeling of it.
I agree. Service is very important.
Yeah.
He said also food coming out of vending machines. I think that's definitely something that's gonna make its way into the mainstream. Like, have you seen the ice cream in vending machines where like goes and it picks up your, you know? No,
Yeah,
okay. They don't have
I
that
can
in Norway?
no.
Everything's frozen.
Yeah.
No, they like, imagine like wanting to get a pizza, and you like Papa John's has like 20 pizzas in its vending machine and 4 or 5 different flavors, and you just like go to the vending machine, it keeps it hot, and you select, you know, F7,
Yeah.
and then the cheese with pepperoni comes out.
That sounds like
that's, the
Japan.
future.
I think it's a documentary about Tokyo, and that's like huge. Everybody buys like their
Yeah,
hot
massive.
food out of.
When I was in Germany, I got
got it? Okay.
cheese out of a vending machine that was on the side of the street.
Okay.
Like, you can buy cheese and crackers and wine on the vending machine.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's practical if you want to go in the park. I mean, you're like.
Yeah.
In,
Next.
Uh,
Do I give you this thing back?
you
No,
scroll.
roll to the next one.
Scroll,
Okay.
scroll to the next one. So this one's a big one.
Produce, 1 point. Joaquin. Gotcha
I
on
don't
that
know.
one.
I don't know. Ecological? No.
If
Was
he's right, I quit at this game. Is it really ecological? Ecological?
farm to table.
Ecolo- Don't say farm to table. Don't say farm to table.
So it's produce.
Produce. Ha!
Oh.
It's essentially produce. So what we're seeing is that a lot of different
I
types of
guess gotta
produce.
show it to the
Can we
camera
show
again.
the
Yeah,
camera?
so it's-
Are we gonna get
He's
like
gonna put it on
fancy
post.
overlay?
Yeah, he's gonna put it on post.
yeah, I'm also gonna put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
But like some ingredients that are said to be used in 2024 is like Asian ingredients, right? There's also a rise.
What the
of-
heck Asian ingredients are here?
I wanted to make a channel.
Oh, all right.
Work with me here. Okay?
No, yeah,
Okay,
I guess
okay.
tomatoes. I mean, like, you could actually argue the opposite of that. Like,
Exactly.
broccoli. Broccoli's an Asian ingredient. Tomatoes, carrots,
Yeah.
eggplant. There's a kohlrabi down here. Some dill up there. Cauliflower. Okay, come on,
Okay.
let's go. Okay, I apologize.
Okay, so how do you guys
Asian
feel,
ingredients.
How do you, in the scope of ingredients used in 2024, how do you feel about mushrooms? Because it seems like a trend this year is to use mushrooms as a replacement for meat.
Oh. You don't want to get us started on the meat replacement conversation. Mushrooms.
I hadn't heard that they do that, but I think mushrooms are underrated.
I love mushrooms.
Yeah, so I think they're
And they're-
underutilized, and
They grow fast and they're easy to maintain and they have like a small carbon footprint.
that's
and
probably
like,
what the meat guy was thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a new replacement. Okay, I didn't know.
Essentially, also for like, there's also this kind of like fancy faux fish. Because you know people have been making like black bean burgers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But, like also it seems like it's
Fish mushrooms?
Yeah, it's making its way into seafood.
Hmm.
So what do you guys think about that?
You get your
I don't know.
salmon that isn't salmon, it's portobello mushroom salmon.
I think we're trying very hard to replicate something. You know, if you don't want to eat meat, I think you just don't eat meat. I don't know if well, you have to like replicate it. I guess
I find that to be very odd. I find like if I was a vegetarian or a vegan and I didn't want to eat meat or dairy, I wouldn't go after things that tasted like meat or dairy.
yeah, you're kind of
Like-
like torturing yourself, huh?
Have you ever had a vegan sausage? It's so
Yeah.
What kind of podcast is this, man? Holy smokes. No, I mean like in the texture. When you're chewing it, it's your teeth squeak. Have you ever
Oh,
had
like
Argentine
chew-
cheese or like Greek cheese?
Yeah, yeah.
And you know when
Like-
you like
yeah. The same?
Yeah, it's the same. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Next.
Another really popular trend coming up in 2024 is different types of salt.
Oh, I love salt.
So we're talking literally salt with a story. So black Hawaiian salt,
Yeah.
Kala Nomad, Persian blue salt, Celtic salt,
Yeah.
Fleur de Sel.
Mm.
So what do you guys think about that as far as like, you know, salt?
That's a new food trend?
That's-
That's a new food trend in 2024?
It's like everything. It goes retro and
Um,
comes back in.
I was
Yeah.
doing, we did, at a restaurant I used to work at, we did an oyster sampler. And you would get 6 oysters, and they would give you a box with 4 different salts. And you would get to put salt on each one of your oysters, and you got to see how each salt would change the flavor profiles of each oyster. And it was amazing. Like, you got a smoked salt, a Fleur de Sel,
Okay.
a Himalayan salt. Oh, God, it's amazing.
Did it give any
Salt-
guidance, or was it just like free
no,
to
so
play?
it was like the server did the thing. Like,
Okay.
oh, this is our oysters, and we have a salt sampler here. Salt's my favorite ingredient. I love salt. I'm about the salt life.
Another really popular ingredient is ube. How do you guys feel about ube?
No, I took salt. You get this.
No,
one.
no. You have that in Norwegian?
Show my boy a photo of an ube. Wait. What do you think ube is? You got to take a guess. Of what, now, it is Japanese, so
Yeah.
in your defense, it's a completely different language, not even English. But if you had to take a guess of what ube is.
I don't know. Ube sounds like a little plant or something.
A plant. Doesn't it
Yeah.
sound like meat?
No.
A little ube running?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
It's a plant.
Yeah? Yeah? Like a root vegetable?
Yeah, essentially.
Kind of like a
That's what
purple potato?
Close. Distant, close cousin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Purple yam. Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people are using ube. I personally don't know what it tastes like, so maybe somebody could help me here.
I don't know if I'm the one.
I love ube. I think ube is delicious. It's in the family like the sweet potato. It's a yam, and it's great. The color is vibrant and purple. It tastes like a boniato or like a purple sweet potato, normal sweet potato, and it's trendy. People like color, so you all of a sudden some guys like, hey, look at that, purple. Like, let's go that route. So, yeah, it's trendy. It's fun. It's cool. I'm on board.
Looks good on camera.
It looks good on camera. We use purple sweet potato powder on our sweet potato cappuccino at the restaurant. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
we already kind of like have it in the store, really.
Okay, so get this. So this is actually really important. So the next ingredient has been labeled the ingredient of the year.
Oh, wow. That's a big statement.
That is a
In
big
a lot
statement.
of different ways. So
Okay.
like
Of a year. This year, we only started.
yeah, I know. But according to, I think it was Forbes, they were like, it's the ingredient of the year. And a lot of other publications have said the same thing. Can you guess what it is?
Okay, I have a guess.
You go for it.
Salt. Is that wrong? It's such a good. No. Okay, I don't. Okay, no. Let me guess for real.
Get one guess, each one.
Oh, I'm already then. Then I already spent my guess on what I thought should have been the ingredient.
This
of the
year has to be something like a replacement for something.
Think Asian.
Oh, saying Uber?
Just keep recycling our same stories. This is going nowhere. Oh man.
Tamarind.
Oh, we like
Tamarind.
tamarind. I like
We ha-
tamarind. Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, we like that.
Okay.
We're on track here at Jealous Sport.
We used
Wow.
that last year.
We've been using tamarind since back in 2023.
Okay, so the trend is catching up.
To us, trendsetters.
Well, according to my second half, it apparently was inducted as the ingredient of the year by Food and Wine as of December 13th, 2023 for 2024.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know.
All
What do
right.
you guys think about the tamarind?
I don't know.
We know about
We-
tamarind.
yeah, we love
already
it.
use tamarind. We have the Bali lemonade.
Yeah.
We make tamarind puree from scratch at the restaurant.
Very true, very true. Okay, another ingredient that's also pretty popular this year, elderflower.
We use elderflower too.
We use elderflower too. Wow. These people are living in our restaurant.
yeah.
I like
cameras?
elderflower. I think elderflower is a great kind of like lychee, sweet kind of like, elderflower. Talking about things that come back around. Back in the day, there was a elderflower liqueur called Saint Germain that came out, and it was like Saint Germain and champagne. It was so good. And they would do like an ounce of Saint Germain liqueur in champagne, and it was just amazing. You do like a marinated lychee inside there. That was a long time ago, so it's
Yeah, it's
coming
coming.
back.
Correct. No.
We need. It's like this is like Hollywood. You just keep recycling the same exact stuff over and over and over again.
That goes with everything. I think.
Dune.
Dune. Yeah.
Okay.
Another ingredient.
You're
is
taking this one.
Cabbage is taking the
Oh.
place of cauliflower.
This is right up your
Cauliflower.
wheelhouse.
Cauliflower. You know how like there was a huge craze in cauliflower like 2 or 3 years ago? There's
Cauliflower rice, cauliflower
Yeah,
steak,
exactly.
cauliflower
Okay.
blah,
Yeah,
blah,
blah, blah, blah. Now cauliflower is being replaced this year
The cabbage.
with cabbage.
Okay. Seems like they just need to find something to put out there.
blah. There's
Because-
people who have to write these lists. you
Yeah.
know? Like that's their
Like-
job.
What did we use last year? I don't know.
What do we use 10
Carrots
years
and
ago?
broccoli. No.
Okay, cabbage.
Fantastic.
What's the best cabbage dish in Norway?
In Norway. We have some traditional like fall dishes where we do some. We call it kål.
Cole.
Yeah.
Cabbage is called cole.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's
So,
a cabbage dish in Norwegian? How would you say
With
the
some
name?
with some lamb and potato, we cook
What's
it down.
a dish called?
Fårikål. Yeah. With
Follicle?
Får, which is like the animal, and then kål is the cabbage. Yeah. Yeah.
Lamb and cabbage.
Yeah.
Also, creative dry aging. Apparently, everybody has gotten dry aging from things like sun-dried tomatoes, whatever.
From where?
From like the ingredients like sun-dried tomatoes, like something that's very common. But now applying it to other ingredients, or like for example, for like garnishes, for leafy greens, for anything. What do you guys think about that?
Dry aging. I would like a good steak. Dry aged.
Dry aged steak?
Yeah.
But like, imagine like vegetables. Like, what do you guys think about that? Like dry aging vegetables. Like, what are your thoughts on
I mean, I got plenty of thoughts,
Yeah.
but you need to have some thoughts too.
No, but like I haven't dry aged vegetable myself. It's I'm like, yeah, it might be good for some certain uses, but I don't know. You gotta redo everything for everything because this. I don't know.
The thing that I love about gastronomy is like it's always evolving, and like you could study food for your entire life, and as soon as you think you've learned all of it, someone's gonna come and dry age a sweet potato or something like that, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa, I've never heard of that," you know? And so like,
Okay, but has dry aging been such a? They haven't done that in the past.
well, dry age is a cooler term. It used to be just called dehydrating.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Taking
like
out-
how about dried oregano? Is
Yeah,
that like
the-
dry aged oregano.
yeah, you dry age everything. Fruits, yeah.
Right.
So,
So, like dehydrated pineapple.
Yeah, doesn't
dry
sound as
aged
cool,
pineapple. Doesn't sound
yeah,
as cool.
yeah.
Right. So, I love it. I think that.
and this was a trend for this year.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I love it. I think that anytime you dehydrate something, you dry age something, it adds more complexity to the flavor profile of what that thing was. Especially if you're talking about something that already has a little bit of like a sourness to it. Dry aging that gives you more like umami flavor and like depth of flavor, and I love that. So my vote is for yes for
Okay.
dehydrating.
Go with the expert.
Or dry aging.
Now the last ingredient that's also been considered a trend, especially because of the past 5 years, there are like literally shows around it. Like it's like this one ingredient is like literally like everywhere on social
Oh.
media, especially.
It's not salt.
It's not
Oh. No, I'm not gonna say
Here
it.
he comes.
I'm not gonna say it.
Here he comes. Ube. Okay.
It's actually hot sauce.
Hot
Oh, we love hot sauce.
sauce.
Yes. So what's your experience with hot sauce? What do you
So
like
one
about
time
hot
we
sauce?
went to Canada.
Oh yeah.
No, it's in the
It
U.S.
was in
border.
New York. No, where was that?
Niagara
Was it
Falls.
Vegas?
Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls.
But we were on the Canadian side. It was not the New York side.
Yeah, so it was in Canada.
Yeah.
And we took the what do you call it? The hot
Like
like
world's hottest hot sauce. Or
yeah.
something like
It
that.
came in a grenade, and you had to sign a waiver. And supposedly, was it the rule you had to taste it and not drink or throw something you couldn't do for like 10 minutes after
I don't know. I
to
don't
get that
remember.
little pass.
But I remember we had to sign like a safety waiver
Yeah.
to taste it, and then they give you a chip, and they give you like like an eyedropper, and we're like, really? But I remember Danny, it hit Danny late.
Yeah.
He was struggling.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
That
hot
was fun.
sauce, hot sauce, yeah, hot sauce is my favorite ingredient. So like, or my not my
Your
favorite,
favorite
ingredient, my favorite
sauce?
condiment. My favorite
Condiment,
condiment. Yeah. Hot sauce is my favorite condiment.
We have
also
a-
make hot sauce.
We have
At
a
the
really
restaurant.
great hot sauce in the restaurant.
Yeah. So like, we're
called
batting
Hot
100
Hot.
here.
What's your favorite hot sauce?
What is there a Norwegian hot sauce?
Norway is not very strong on hot sauce. It's kind of like, I guess it's coming, but you know, there's like a lot of, I guess, the northern countries, not a lot of hot sauce.
But if you order the lamb and cabbage at a
no hot
restaurant,
sauce.
and you go to the restaurant and you're like, can I have a bottle of hot sauce? What will they do?
That's very untraditional of you.
They would just say, no, you don't have it.
Yeah. Or maybe.
Oh, lame.
Probably go like
Just like
Tabasco.
maybe Tabasco.
Tabasco,
Yeah,
yeah.
generic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing we haven't talked about, and maybe we shouldn't even talk about it, but I'm very curious what the outro and intro music on this podcast can be.
Yes. I will produce it for you.
There
As
you
long
go.
as it's with a saxophone.
Oh my god.
Is that your saxophone impersonation? Does it sound like that?
But if it, like, you guys have to use it for the rest of your life. Or can change it.
I'm not committing to that on camera. What the heck kind of question is that? Don't put me between a rock and a hard place.
I'll produce something for you though.
Thank you.
Okay?
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have been
No, that's for sure going on.
All right.
Okay.
Back.
Back to the next step.
And the passcode is
1967.
0719
It's a 9. 1967.
1967.
Next slide.
Yes, sir.
We're past these Asian vegetables.
Alright. The charcuterie.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's a very nice.
That's a
charcuterie
big
spread.
one.
Wow.
That's a two for Henry.
No, come on. We just, am I supposed to say it faster? That was so easy. You got to be a goofus if you can't. You got 1 point for that?
Two for.
This is so silly.
So one thing that's very popular, at least, is people are interpreting their snacks as dinner.
Or snacks as dinner?
Yes.
Wow, that's horrible.
So,
For the people over here.
For the people over there.
Yeah.
Yes. So like there has been a resurgence because charcuterie boards are not young. They're an old.
They're not young. Heaven forbid you get a young charcuterie board.
So
They're not.
You know what? That charcuterie board is just a little bit too young for me. I don't feel right eating those olives. You might give me a little older of a charcuterie board. What the heck is going on? Oh my goodness.
But you know what I mean. So,
No.
no, we don't.
We don't know. How is a young charcuterie board? What is a young charcuterie
So,
board?
so what was the question?
It's an old concept. It's an old concept.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Ooh.
So what people are doing, not only charcuterie boards, right? And so I want to hear your thoughts about whether charcuterie boards, how do you feel about them, how you experience them. But on top of that, people are making seacouterie boards. So not even just doing charcuterie boards, but doing charcuterie boards with tin fish.
With 10 fish?
Tin.
Tin fish.
Canned. I got him. My guy. Okay, go for it.
So what's the question? What I think about charcuterie board?
Yeah, what do you think about charcuterie boards and the seacouterie board idea?
I never had never had a seacouterie, but I do like some canned fish. We do have some really good canned fish out of Norway.
I knew you were going to say that.
But I don't know. I love it. I eat it with my wife. It's. Did you say that it wasn't dinner?
So it's I guess maybe the West, people are interpreting it as dinner.
Not in Norway.
Yeah.
Not in Norway.
No, we have it. I don't know. Yeah, we can have it as a dinner plate. Yeah, with a bottle of wine.
So
It's a lighter dinner.
So what does that look like in Norway? So
Just like this photo.
So I live in Miami, so
Don't look at
It
me.
looks like that.
I'm still stuck on the young charcuterie board, so don't look at me.
in Norway, I think in Norway, I don't know. I haven't had a charcuterie in Norway in many years, so I can't really say much about that. But I think Norway as general are getting more international, so I'm sure they're eating charcuterie and maybe some What's this?
Tin fish.
Tin fish.
Fish from a tin. Tin can.
But,
tin is the metal, by the way. You like
Yeah,
you remember
yeah,
a
yeah.
tin can?
Yeah.
Tin can?
Yeah.
Tin is
Yeah.
the metal used to make the cans. Or at least those cans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joaquin, how do you feel about it?
I think charcuterie boards are fantastic. I think that they are a wonderful way of getting a tremendous amount of like flavor profiles and like salty, sour, sweet, crunchy things like all on one. I think they pair wonderful with wine and champagne. I think there's almost something kind of like celebratory about a charcuterie board. Like it feels like when you order a charcuterie board, you're like, we're gotta be celebrating something because it's like a abundance of little things that you get to pick on, and then you get to like make your own combinations. You're like, did you try the blue cheese with the lomo and the fig compote? And you're like, yeah, but did you try the apricot cheese with the speck and the gorgonzola? And
Okay. Yeah.
so I like that.
I can see that.
I don't know about fish
I'm-
charcuterie boards,
yeah.
but you know what I do like? I do like the smoked fish with like different spreads.
I can shoot in that it's very convenient to make at home. Being a parent, I don't go out and order charcuterie board. I make them, and they're very convenient to make. That's my extra
Okay.
input.
Okay.
Now,
All right. I gotta tie it up.
next one.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see.
No.
no, I didn't do it. Alcohol.
Gin.
Yes, no alcohol.
Alcohol. 2-2 tied. I do agree that the gin is in the front there. So, in your defense.
So there are a lot of trends with alcohol. So
Yeah.
like, just like
Oh, you're trying to not have me look at the next photo? This is
Wait,
cheater.
we
Cheater.
guessed
Cheater.
that already.
Asian vegetables on the next one. Okay.
so the first one is sipping tequila.
Oh.
Thoughts, recommendations.
How long we been sipping tequila together, my friend?
15 years.
Yeah. We're about the sipping tequila. You know,
Yeah.
we have said for a long time, and he'll finish the sentence, that if we could get out of the restaurant industry, really push this and start making some serious money, that we would.
Make tequila.
See that? You set me up nice. With this. Okay, yeah. You want to talk about sipping tequila?
It's kind of a shame doing that without having tequila.
Okay, so can we put in a
But-
special order for our next podcast to have some
To
tequila,
talk
please?
more about tequila.
No, we'll talk more. I'm asking for a bottle of tequila.
Yeah.
Not Blanco tequila, please. I knew you were gonna say two. I knew you were gonna say two. Say it.
Añejo, por favor.
That's my guy. Okay.
We can have tequila for this.
All right. Thank you.
Now the next one, a little controversial.
The next what?
The
Next slide?
No, we're still on alcohol.
Oh, still on alcohol. Okay.
So some people like it, some people don't. We want to know your thoughts. So there's a huge trend happening right now: non-alcoholic cocktails. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Do you hate it? Do you like it?
I think it's cool. You know, personally, I'm not drinking too many of them, but it's a cool alternative for the people who want to. Yeah. And
I'm gonna clone the same answer. Like if you tell me, oh, non-alcohol, I'm not like thrilled about it. You know what? Actually, at Teen Poets we do a lot of non-alcoholic cocktails. So that kind of like works too.
Yeah. But you're saying in the drinking type of setting, or just because you
Like
can,
you'd go to the bar and be like, he's gonna have a Jack and Coke, and I'll have a non-alcoholic. Blah
do-
blah 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 blah.
I guess it'll be good for all the designated drivers. So.
I think that we live in a society nowadays that really tries hard to cater to minorities of every way, shape, or form, platform, vision, opinion. So if you're gonna have the person that's like pregnant or like on the wagon or just doesn't drink, you're gonna give them like a non-alcoholic lemon drop martini, and that person gets to enjoy the feeling of it. Yeah,
Go for it.
Yeah, I like that. So okay,
Yeah.
I'm on board. At first I was like, meh, but then I thought about it, and now I'm like, okay.
So this is another one that is pretty interesting. Well, at least cocktails. What is a shiso cocktail?
Shiso? Are you saying shiso?
Shiso.
Shiso.
Yes.
Yeah, shiso.
I don't know.
Oh no, we gotta do this. What is a shiso?
Another one.
Another one in another language. It's another language.
Not Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Japanese.
I got that
He's
one.
giving us all these Japanese
Shiso.
things.
Shiso. I haven't even been to Japan.
Neither have I.
I don't know. What can that be? shiso cocktail. Does it have alcohol?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it has alcohol.
It does have alcohol. Thank God.
But we're specifically talking about shiso.
Oh, the
Yeah.
phone.
You're trying to get out of your answer. No. Unless they want to make a reservation.
Maybe it's it can't be sake that we're doing out here.
No.
That'd be too funny.
I'll give you a hint.
Whisk? No.
It's an ingredient.
Okay. I don't know. No good guesses. I guess another plant.
Very good. Put a little photo of it up right here so when
Yeah.
he says that, it's perfect. Yes, it is Japanese mint.
Oh.
Japanese mint. Shiso is Japanese mint. It's delicious. It's not as like strong and pungent in the minty characteristics, so it's like a little more subtle in the menthol,
Yeah.
and has like a beautiful like herbaceousness to it. And the leaf
Okay.
is beautiful. You'll see it when he puts it up here. The leaf is
Okay.
it's a beautiful leaf.
I'll be excited to watch my
I'm
podcast.
excited to watch my own podcast. Yes. Yeah, I love shiso cocktails. 100%, absolutely delicious. Shiso is a wonderful herb, and I'm all about the shiso cocktail.
Okay, so that's the base.
Well, it's like saying mojito. Like, what's the main ingredient in mojito?
Okay,
right?
but they
Mint.
make a lot of different.
They're making
shiso.
different. Yeah, they're
Okay.
making different. I'm assuming. Yeah, they're making different. Like, it's like the guy is sitting there and he's like Mr. Mixologist guy, and he's like, I'm always using mint. Let's try something different. What's similar?
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
Japanese mint.
And that's the trend in Japan.
It is.
Okay.
Well, trend everywhere.
Everywhere.
Coming this way.
Okay.
We haven't got it yet. We need to step up our shiso game.
Well, I gotta go out and have a cocktail then, I guess, to figure out that.
I think it's we should have drinks on the show.
Drinks.
Yeah,
What is
well-
this? I'll be
Yeah,
drinking.
we'll get stronger stuff.
Get stronger. Isn't there alcohol in kombucha? There really is,
They
right?
do
It's like
say
a
so.
0.0%, like 0.01%.
Yeah.
By the way, GT's Kombucha, thank you for sponsoring our podcast in the future. I said in the future. So when they see this, they'll know like we're supposed to be sponsoring their podcast. Then we would just pour the alcohol into this GT's Kombucha.
The next topic, or the next thing in alcohol, is
Oh, wow.
dinner and a drink. A lot of people are getting more savory drinks as of late, and it's expected to only grow for this year. Like we have Bloody Mary and stuff like that, of course. But like I feel like that was kind of the only one. So, what do you guys think about having a dinner and a drink?
I don't know, nothing wrong with that. I know, I think that's a trend that's come in the, I don't know. I feel like I've heard about that for 5 years, dinner, drink. I just think,
Like, how is that a new thing?
Yeah.
How is that a new thing?
there's a more mature audience, I guess, or, you
Were
know.
people skipping the drink and having dinner, or they were skipping the dinner and having the drink? Like, did those two go together?
Or is it more
all
like
the
a
time?
friends type of thing that we drink wine every day type of thing? Maybe.
No context here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
I vote yes.
Yes. Been around for a while.
It's going to be around
Yeah,
for a while.
yeah,
I have a feeling
yeah.
that in 30 years, people are going to still have dinner and a drink. Yeah.
Okay, but now that we have like usually drinks we associate like liquid, there's some sort of ice, maybe.
Usually drinks we associate liquid. Don't you be associating your drinks with solids now. Okay, start confusing people.
So, but the reason why I say that is because now textured cocktails
Oh yeah.
are like coming into popularity as far as like for the sense of whether it be like dusts or particles or whatever. Like, what do you think about like textured drinks?
This entire podcast is written about our restaurant. Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
Okay. Good job. Okay, go for it.
It's kind of one of the basic fundamentals, I think, of food and drinks, and you need texture. That's so important. No one wants a bland, no contrast in whatever they're eating or drinking. That's
I also think it's fun. I think it's surprising. I think that a lot of people talk about textures in food and they don't talk about it in drinks. And so when you give that surprise to someone that is, having a chocolate martini, and there's actually like crushed espresso in the chocolate martini, or like here at Gels Fork, where we actually do like whipped cream, so to speak, in our martini, and it gives us a really nice texture. I think it's great. I think people love textures. Give you something to chew on in your drink.
Also, the most popular drink, and it's became
Oh, wow.
This year
Yes. Can you guess which one it is?
already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you guess which one it is?
Saltwater.
Soda water.
I'm just saltwater. You have to say ube,
No.
ube water.
No, I'm gonna leave. You've probably been out and maybe you've had it. I don't know.
Well, if it's sipping tequilas are in it, wouldn't it be like a tequila? No, tequila's already had its run. Tequila's old. Gin's coming back.
No,
Gin.
not
No.
Are we talking alcohol or a I don't know, mezcal?
That's a good guess. Okay.
That was last year.
We
maybe.
failed. 3. Okay, go.
It's sake.
Oh,
Sake,
shut up.
no way.
Really? Get that guy out of town.
Well, no surprise. We have that in the restaurant as well.
Jealous Fork is cutting edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. This one gotta
Okay.
go. That's not.
This one was Asian vegetables. Okay, what's the phone number address here? What's like 1,000 million? How do you log into this thing here?
07.
What?
0,
0, 7,
19,
9, 6,
6,
7. Okay. Farmer's market. Berries and chili. Oh, I love tomatillos.
Chiles.
Basil.
Says something.
Asian vegetables with fruit. No, if we're playing for points, let me guess for real.
It's not farmer's market? Farm to table?
Farm to table? Shopping at small. Can't be farm to table.
But if it's farm to table, what is that called?
Produce.
Farm to farm.
Support small business.
Yes,
No, it's-
no. I'm gonna give you one more shot.
Neither one of us are going to get a point on this one.
Something local.
Support small business. Shop local.
Shop, no. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
This is on the tip of your
Bigger?
tongue?
Yeah, bigger.
It's bigger.
Okay. Look, first, let's just put this photo up on the screen for the podcast at this moment, and let's just wait a few seconds, and let's have people in the comments write what the heck they actually think this is, because this is. How are you supposed to guess what this is?
Bigger.
Bigger. Farmers market. I don't know. Just tell me the answer.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be dumb.
It's literally ingredient sustainability and environmentally conscious restaurants.
All right. You see more in this photo than I do.
Farm to table. That's how
He was batting 1,000 until this thing. Holy macaroni.
So one thing also involved in drinks as well. There's been a new product, right? A new product for an alcohol that is being released, and because the alcohol is being released, the bottle is improving sustainability, and it's a concept called carbon negativity within foods and drinks. What do you guys think that is? Carbon negativity.
We went from that to carbon negativity in food and drinks. That's a stretch,
No,
man.
but I guess it's repurposing something to you're pulling carbon out of the equation, and you have a positive carbon footprint.
Right, so is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Like, what are the considerations for ingredients, like as restaurant owners?
I just hear that phone ringing. And I'm thinking about
That's money.
Money. Take the reservations. Let's go.
In the big picture of I guess protecting, they really must want to have a reservation.
Thank
with
God.
us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We are very grateful.
In the big picture of sustainability, I don't see why it shouldn't be good. We want to get the carbon footprint down, so we have less. Our planet doesn't overheat. If you believe in that theory, there's a lot of back and forth on that.
How much of that is riding a trend wave versus how much of it is like actually like a
Yeah, it's often a marketability.
Right,
Like you
a
can
huge
put it
marketing
on your, I guess how big is that type of production? Like it needs to get to a certain size to have any significance.
Okay, you're an investor, and I come to you and I'm like, I have a negative carbon What did you say? It was alcohol?
We had some.
I have a negative carbon alcohol business that I want to start.
We had a guest here recently, and he was building the first 3D printed grow house for, I guess, like, vegetables and so on.
Vertical farm.
Vertical farm,
Vertical
yeah.
farm.
3D printed. So, I guess someone's pushing that. I guess it's
Reservation?
no.
Spam call?
Done right. I guess you can save a lot of money on it, probably, and at the same time be good for the environment.
Yes. So the concept is essentially just like using products or selling products as a carbon negative by reusing bottles, 3D printing, like these sort of things. It's like it's come to because a lot of people think it's important, so then people are like trying to sell products in that vein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably save money. That's all. So.
It's a win-win.
Win-win. And also, another thing that people are taking into consideration is the ingredients that they use in the restaurant, based on being locally sourced because of sustainability. They're like, we can't use that. We can't use these potatoes because they're not environmentally friendly. We're using these potatoes, which are grown on the farm locally. What do you guys think about that?
Rene Redzepi does that. He sources 100% of his ingredients out of Denmark on his like
Yeah,
the island that he's at. Like he's like
Go
everything.
pick in
yeah.
the ocean and
Yeah, that's pretty. And he's just like he's made foraging very popular.
yeah. I think that's or at least among a lot of those 3-star or 3 Michelin star restaurants, I think that's
Central.
a trend.
His sister,
yeah.
his
yeah.
sister's doing that as
Yeah,
well.
though.
Central.
So what was the question?
What do you think about using ingredients solely based on their environmental sustainability?
Depends where you are. I think there's might be places in the world in the world where you might not have the resource to do that. It might limit you. But if you can, I don't know. I think it's a cool way of doing it, and depends on your price point again. But
The price point's a big thing. It's like with organic. You're so excited to buy organic, and then you put that organic plate on the menu, and it's like 30-40% more expensive than the other one.
yeah,
Like, are consumers really like, so you're like locally sourced, farm to table, and all like your key selling point words. Like, are people really going to spend that? You have wife and kids. Like, are you willing to spend 30-40% more for that exact same item at the restaurant if it's, a $18 hot dog versus a $10 or $12 hot dog? You're going to buy the $18 hot dog if it's farm to table? I'm serious.
yeah. No,
Are you going to do it?
I think in general, no.
No. Yeah, I think a lot of people are making that decision as well. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, what's more important? Yes, it should be your health, right? Your health should be important. But, like, I think a lot of people say, like, wait a second, that $6 that I could save can go towards gas, or can go towards my bills, or can go towards putting more food on the table for my children or my family. So it's like, I think that a lot of the people who eat like a fully farm to table, locally sourced, organic, like the pristine diet that we're talking about, I think they only have to think about themselves, or like them and their partner. And I think it's less people are actually like, you're not supporting a family of 6 on locally sourced,
No.
farm to table. Like, come on, everybody, we're going to Pop's Farm for dinner. Like, that's just not realistic.
Or I think the majority doesn't even think about it. They just go to Costco and
Our-
get what's
yeah,
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that's our thoughts
Take-
on that.
So next.
Next slide.
Next slide. Yeah. Next slide.
Oh,
I don't remember the number anymore.
07-1967.
Can we come up with like 1111 or 22222? Make it easy for us.
It's my iPad.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Where are we at? We both
Okay.
lost on it's 2-2, right?
You can do like slow.
No, don't make it slow. This is taking forever. Oh, is he cleaning his ears? What is that?
Oh, it's like, what's that called?
Oh
A
my God!
metronome?
Why are you going? I have no patience for this, Henrik. You know that.
It's a metronome? What do you call that? Okay.
I'll put it on the
was a sound and playing with music in a dining.
Gagong. It was so I went to the 5th best restaurant in the world in Thailand called Gagong, and it
Is
was,
that the right answer?
No, the answer's not Gagong. I'm
Okay,
getting
okay,
to the
okay,
right
okay,
answer.
okay.
And he was all about incorporating other sensory elements into your dining. Like there was a plate that had a Dark Side of the Moon on it, painted on the plate, and he played Dark Side of the Moon while you ate it.
Yeah.
It was super cool. And then he like would spread like around the whole restaurant an edible like sparkly dust, like not confetti, but like sparkles, right? And he would like go poof, and like during your meal, there was like edible sparkles, that dust. It was super cool. Yeah, very, very cool.
4D eating.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, Gagong.
That's
Oh
it.
my god.
That's it.
Gagan or
Sensory dining.
Multi-sensory dining.
Dude, do you remember you just sent me Alex the Guest thing of the restaurant where he's goes
In
to eat
Denmark?
the restaurant and he goes
Geramo? No,
yeah, and it was a whole sensory thing. Like, yeah, that's a huge trend. Let's talk about that.
Yes. Like literally multi-sensory dining. That's like
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's the future. I think that the more, like, I think that cuisine is one of the most incredible arts in the entire world because it hits you on all of your senses without even trying. Like, take fajitas. Smell, taste, sight, vision, sound, the whole thing, right? It gets you on every element, fajitas. You can't, like, walk up to the Mona Lisa and, like, smell it, you know? You can't, like, listen to some music and be like, what does that music taste like? You know? So, like, but you can do that with food. And I think that's one of the most incredible things about food and the art that is food is because you can do all of the senses. And I think that's why I love food. One of the many reasons. But, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to what you described, but I did go to dining in the dark, which is kind of elevating your primary senses. That was very interesting. I don't know if you've done that. Have you done that?
I have not, but I've heard some weird stuff goes on in those type of places. So
Yeah, but you
I don't roll that way.
weird stuff goes on everywhere. So
So what is it? Like describe dining in.
you get let in. Supposedly, I guess it's blind people serving you, and or I don't know if they all are, but
Yeah,
they
a few
prob-
that get,
prob-
yeah,
probably have
they
an advantage.
hire people. Yeah,
Yeah, because they use sound to kind of navigate, and you get the menu, you choose your menu, but you don't see anything, so you're kind of like fumbling around trying to find your food, and then obviously when you're eating something, you can kind of maybe figure out the shape of it, but you're putting it in your mouth, so you have to obviously use your taste to figure out what you're eating. So it's a
Imagine.
weird.
We had
Because
a-
you play so much on your visual normally.
we have a dish at Jealous Fork, and like we bring out a little blindfold and we like blindfold them, and then we
Yeah.
bring the dish to the table and like we let them like eat it like blindfolded.
I think it could be good for a lot of people, but I think like growing up, kids like looking at their food, they're like, oh, I don't like that, and a lot of people say, oh, I don't like that before they even taste it.
You
So
use
like
your eyes. I agree.
just putting it in your dining without seeing it, you'll probably be surprised what you actually like.
Yeah, it activates the other senses.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
So this is the last slide.
Last slide. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna go slow.
Proper lighting. No.
That's so mean. What the? Is that a diner? Is this plants on the monochromatic dining? What is this? There's a lot going on here.
Fast food?
Fast food. Ooh, that's a good guess. Did he get it with fast food? No.
I'll give you one more guess. What are you seeing?
A lot.
1970.
Oh yeah, vintage. Vintage. Dang it. That was good. Vintage dining.
Right.
That's a half point.
Yeah.
So I entitled this like out with the old and in with the old, right?
Out with the old and in with the old.
Correct.
Okay.
So a lot of what's happening is that people are appealing to fine dining. Fine dining, like how it used to be, like everybody would show up in suits and sit down and like clink their drinks together and have their pinkies up. Another thing is like a lot of people are catering towards the retro aesthetic, right? So, and the next thing I'm gonna ask you, I think would be interesting. But like, what do you guys think about like the retro aesthetic, like the resurgence of fine dining?
Fine dining in itself, I don't, resurgent. I feel like that's been, I don't know. I think that's the theme for this whole podcast. A lot of the things we take up is that, you know, it's like out with old, in with old. It comes back and it goes out of fashion. It comes into fashion. I enjoy fine dining every time I go to it. I've done that 5 years ago. I did that 10 years ago. So for me, it's not like in and out, but I guess it's getting more popular. And the more people that can actually enjoy that, the better. You know, I think a big challenge fine dining operators have is just the cost of things, you know, and making it affordable. So as long as they can find that balance and kind of like getting the entry point maybe a little easier for some people, I think that's a good thing. You know, if people like that, sure. Dressing up, sure. All for that.
So I actually watched this happen. I got so much kombucha in me. I actually watched this happen, and I remember in 2008 when the market crashed, and a lot of older money, right, kind of faded away because they lost their money in the market crash, and that was actually when burgers got really popular, right? Because people stopped going out to eat at fine dining restaurants because they couldn't afford to go out to eat because they just lost a ton of money in the market. And so there was an opportunity there to make money. You see that? And the phone rang. That was perfect. Perfect timing. So there was an opportunity there. And that was the start of food trucks. And that was the start of the burger craze.
Yeah.
And that was like this huge push because there were still people who wanted to go out and eat, but they had to do it much more concerned about the dollar that they were spending. And so in 2008, you did watch all of these like white tablecloth restaurants start to fade away. And so now here you have, you know, like 2017, it starts to pick up again, like 10 years later, right? It starts to pick up again. And you now have this new money that is making money off of crypto and making money off of all these other things, but it's young money, right? And the young money, they don't want to get dressed up. You know, so that pushes fine dining back a lot because it used to be like, you know, well, you need to wear a jacket to dine with us. You know, you need to dress the part. You know, this is how it is, and you know, there is a standard, and when you come to meet this standard, then this is you get to dine with us. Yeah. And so, but now you have these like famous people and a ton of young money that they want to wear a pair of jeans and a white T-shirt to dinner, and they're gonna spend $20,000 at the table without thinking.
Yeah, you
and
gotta
so
adapt.
The restaurant has to adapt exactly and cater to that.
So I do think, like, you know, in Norway for the holiday season, you know, a lot of people go out dining, you know, like Christmas parties, and the tradition there is to dress up. So it's like everybody goes in suits and like nicely dressed up, and it's tradition. I think there's like a, I guess, culture to culture, but there's definitely some tradition somewhere that kind of like keeps that in place as well. To like go out and be dressed up, and I like that. I think there's something nice about
I think that we're losing traditions. I think like when you think about like in the big picture of what traditions are, I think that we're in a mindset now with especially like the youth that's like kind of like throwing tradition out the window. And you see a lot of traditions just slowly disappear.
But I'm hoping that's also like a generation thing, because being a parent now, like I value the tradition because I want to instill tradition into my kid. But as you know, when you're 25, you don't think about that. But maybe when you get into, you know, family or a little older, you kind of look back and what kind of like shaped you and be like, oh, I enjoy that. I want to push that forward. That's my hope for traditions.
Humanity. All right.
So the last topic of this outro is retro revival, essentially familiarity, right? So a lot of people are making recipes, drinks, dishes that are reminiscent of childhood flavors. Really
This is a jealous for a question. What the heck? Okay.
So what do you guys think about that?
Fantastic idea.
I mean, like, come on. Like, really? Nostalgia is everything. Ratatouille, come on. Everyone wants to have the Ratatouille moment.
Yeah.
You know, like there's so much power in that. You know, every single one of us have some beautiful memory of doing something when it comes to food or beverage or
Traditions.
eating traditions, yeah, with our family members. So if you can play on that when you have an adult come in to eat with you, you like you pull on a heartstring. Like that's
Yeah.
the way to do it. Yeah. What did you say? Retro revivance?
Revival.
Revivance isn't even a word.
That's,
Because
Retro revival.
Right,
Yeah.
'cause one
We
of
vote
the-
yes.
yeah.
okay. So the reason why is because I saw I think it was also Forbes. They were like one of their photos was like a cinnamon toast crunch alcoholic beverage. Because children and their cereals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was
Definitely more American, but
Have you ever had the alcohol? That's Cinnamon Toast Crunch and take a shot of Cinnamon Toast Crunch alcohol?
no. I had the other one, cinnamon something.
Fireball?
Yeah, that one I had.
Yeah, this is Fireball mixed with a horchata, like rum, and so it's Fireball and horchata rum mixed together, and it tastes like spicy Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
It's great. when
Was
you're
that
in
what you're
your
aiming
20s.
for, or did they actually put cinnamon toast crunch on top of it?
cinnamon toast crunch, a milky substance, and that it was.
Okay. Forbes, go Forbes.
It might have been one of the other ones, but I just remember I think it was Forbes. So that was
Okay.
just like, what is this? You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if there's a dish or a drink that you could make reminiscent that's not in your restaurant, what would it be that's reminiscent?
Oh,
of,
that's a
like,
good question.
childhood?
Wow. It's gonna be like lamb with cabbage.
There's actually this actually comes with alcohol, or you can have it alcohol free, or it's called glug, which is like a wine. Wine, you know what that is? Have you ever
No,
heard
it
of
sounds like when you
Yeah.
drink something, you go.
It's wine based, but you infuse all these like herbs and anise and
sounds
like
nice.
roast, and I can see maybe a play on that. Like that's something that I was raised on, and but as a child you don't get the alcohol version obviously, but you cook it down, and you get adult, you pour the alcohol in there at the end, not the wine in. So I can see a play on that as a reminiscence.
I think
ret-
that
retro
retro redo, retro
Retro,
rerun,
yeah.
retro
Revival.
revival.
retro. Yeah.
I think that Christina Tosi knocked it out of the park at Milk Bar doing the cereal milk ice cream. I think that
Are we
was
talking
just-
about a drink?
No, he said if you could make any food,
Any plate.
any plate.
Oh, I thought it was alcohol. Okay.
You just like alcohol.
Okay,
You
I'm
want
looking
more
forward to the next
alcohol on
podcast when the
show.
tequila's
This
here.
was- Here, how is this guy's beating you? Like, why are we? GT's
I don't see any
slacking
percentage
sponsor.
here, so.
No, I think that so Christina Tosi, Milk Bar. She used to work with at Momofuku with oh my god, his name escapes me right now. David Chang, thank
Yeah.
you. And she did cereal milk ice cream. And so what she did is she took Frosted Flakes and she marinated the Frosted Flakes in milk. And then she strained out the Frosted Flakes and she used that milk as the base for her ice cream. And so you get this ice cream that tastes like Frosted Flakes. And everyone grew up eating, not you didn't, but Americans grew up eating like cereal in the morning. So
Okay.
giving cereal and ice cream together is like, so
Yeah.
I love that. I'm not stealing her answer. I'm just saying like that was, in my opinion.
I guess our answer is pancakes.
Yeah. I mean, pancakes are so nostalgic. Everyone has like that memory of like cooking pancakes with a friend or a parent or a grandparent. So I'm like, yeah. But if like we have to come up with an original thing,
Oh, yeah, I said
I
that,
would
yeah.
like to. I think it'd be really cool to re-envision. What is it called when you put the thingies and you bing and they come out of the toaster?
Toaster?
There's like
Oh.
something inside of them. Yeah, and like you eat them all the time as a
Inside 'em?
kid. I didn't
Oh.
because is that what? No, the other thing. It's like a toaster strudel. Pop Tarts. That's what I'm talking about.
Pop-Tarts.
You have no clue what a Pop Tart is.
No, that's an American thing. No, I know what it is, but I've never had it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Pop Tarts. I think it'd be amazing to repurpose and reintroduce like a Pop Tart that like like an adult Pop Tart, and you can go savory or sweet.
With alcohol?
All right, that's my answer. Pop Tarts. I would repurpose the top Pop Tart. I would do like some super bougie, like elevated Pop Tart, and I would put it on the menu and call it like, I don't know, something Pop Tart. But it would be, yeah, that's what it'd be. It'd be delicious.
Okay. And this is.
Like a lemon basil Pop Tart. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And this will be my last question. Just to
Close it up.
close
Wrap it up.
or terminar el chapter, like my mom says. What is something, or sorry, oh no, this is the question that we had previously, but I'm gonna change it. So because we usually ask questions here.
Sounds retro.
Sounds retro revival.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you had a place anywhere in the world to go to eat, where would it be? And it can't be Tokyo or Japan.
We got a lot of Japan things.
So
here.
excited to go
That
and
would be
taste
yeah.
Shibu or
Shisho.
Shisho.
Let me have some Japanese mint. That's easy for me.
Okay, so it can be is a country you're looking for, or just a like D space?
It can be any country and any sort of food.
Oh, it's not a single place. It's just we pick a country.
Culture?
No, you
It's
pick
a restaurant. What is the
restaurant.
specific question?
A restaurant. A
A
restaurant.
restaurant.
Anywhere in the world that's not Japan. You would go
What do you have against Japan?
Because you guys love Japan.
I don't know. I haven't been there, so
I haven't been there. I don't know what I love about it.
he's denying us to go there.
Okay, go.
No, you can go first in this. Huh? I feel like
That's
you go-
so easy. Number
yeah.
one restaurant in the world, man. Central in Peru. That's an easy answer. You're going to say the restaurant is closing soon. We talked about it earlier. It's like their last year open.
Which one?
Noma.
Oh no,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought you'd
Oh,
say
yeah.
Noma. No,
Are they closing?
Yeah. He's didn't you see the article on that fine dining isn't sustainable anymore?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like
but
talking about like the
yeah,
work ethic
but-
of the
yeah.
new generation.
He's like just
You can't keep-
rebranding it, and it's
Yeah,
going
but he's
like,
going to close Noma, the 3 Michelin star restaurant. So Noma, if you didn't know, Rene Redzepi is one of the best chefs in the entire world. One of the best chefs in the entire world. He has a restaurant called Noma, and he put this like huge article out saying like, you know, labor isn't the same, and food products are the same, and costs of doing business are rising, and operating at a 3 Michelin star level is just not sustainable anymore. So I'm closing Noma, one of the best restaurants in the entire world.
Yeah, but he's gonna.
Yeah,
he
he's
started
going to
doing,
reopen
like
something else.
home
like it.
products as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, he's just
Just-
pivoting. Okay, what's your answer? Don't say Noma.
That's not a
Japan,
place.
that's Japan. There's a restaurant called Ube. But go ahead.
I would like to go to the one in Copenhagen, the other one, with the century that I sent you, the Geronimo, no, Geronimo?
Geronimo, the American Indian? Geronimo?
I think it's called that. Can you look that up? Do we have like the Joe Rogan with like little like?
Oh yeah, do Joe Rogan style. What is this guy? The guy tell me that. Sammy, can you do a little Joe Rogan look up real quick? Best restaurant in Copenhagen that's not Noma.
It's also.
Do 3 Michelin star restaurant Copenhagen.
Can we pull it up?
Yeah, you just put it right here on the screen. Screenshot of it. Yeah, the first one will pop up will be Noma, Rene Redzepi, but then there's probably another one after that. Henrik thinks it's Geronimo.
Oh no, it's the same, but
Boy, there's a lot of carbonation in this.
geranium.
Geranium.
Yeah, that's very close.
So you want to go geranium?
Yeah, I'll go there
Okay.
since I can go to Noma.
In Copenhagen holds 3 stars as a guide in Michelin Nordic cities. In 2022, it was ranked best restaurant in the world in 2022. And is in the run by the world's best chef in 2011, Erasmus Kofod.
Mm.
Kofod. What's that?
You see? You need some Nordic pronunciation.
Here it comes. Oh, gosh, that
Rasmus Kofod. Probably butchered that.
was underwhelming. That was so underwhelming. I was expecting something amazing. Okay, that one.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
there.
Perfect. So that wraps up. Congratulations, number 1, we got it.
That was it?
That was it.
What's the next picture?
There are no more pictures. It's 3 to 2.5.
All right.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining our first podcast.
See you in the next one.
Off the
That's
menu.
all. Yeah, off the menu.
It's menu. Super fun. We'll be doing all sorts of,
Off the menu topics. None related to food or.
well, I guess all related to food on this one.
Yeah.
Well, we're close. So it's like
Close.
off the menu, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do some cooking.
Cooking, drinking.
Have a good time. We're on YouTube. Subscribe. If you want to see our next one, click on Henrik's face.
That will be after this one is released, but
Yeah, once they're all released.
It'll be up there.
You can see our previous one. Click on my face.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. We're done.
That's a wrap. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.